I remember this vividly, and it's so interesting because I'm usually terrible at remembering things from the past. I remember I made a workout plan. I was about 15 or 16 years old at the time. I was fat, overweight. I made the workout plan. It was a 3-day split, and my diet plan was to not eat in between meals. So I made that 3-day workout split and no food between meals. I was able to lose over 40 pounds of weight in about 3 months. That's crazy progress if you ask me. Imagine losing 40 pounds of weight in 3 months. That's insane progress. 15-year-old Ryan was onto something because that's the best transformation I've made of all time. And so how was I able to do it? How was I able to make such an incredible transformation? Well, I'm not going to waste your time, and it's not by following some secret workout plan or some secret diet, those diet pills that you eat that are supposed to make you lose weight or something. It's none of that. It's very simple, and it's probably going to disappoint you if you're expecting some magic solution. But if you follow this advice, I'm sure that you'll be able to make similar progress, if not way more progress than I did. And so the reason why I was able to make that much progress is because I was not an overthinker. Literally, that's it. I would not overthink. I would go to the gym on the day that I said that I would do maybe chest. All right, I would do push. Let's say push. It was Monday. I would go right after school, go to the gym. I had no idea what the optimal exercise was. I had no idea about the optimal rep range. I had no idea about the optimal rest times. I didn't know any of that, right? I would just go, and there were machines, right? There was a section in the gym where it was just machine, a bunch of machines lined up like this. And I would literally start at the beginning. I would walk over, I'd take the first one, I'd do, this is push, it's triceps. I'd look at the image. There was a character showing exactly how to do the exercise. I try to copy him. I do the exercise, and then I'd move on to the next machine, and move on to the next, move on to the next, move on to the next. Then I'd probably do a little bit of cardio, and I'd finish with some abs. And it's funny because even the abs, I didn't even know any good ab exercise that you could do on the floor by yourself. In fact, there was this one machine in the gym, and it was the only machine in the entire gym that would do abs. And I'd go over there and I'd do the exercise just as if I was doing any other muscle. And that's how I first started training abs. And so you see that I kept it so simple. I didn't overthink and overcomplicate my workout. I didn't worry about rest time. I didn't worry about form. I didn't worry about the perfect split, the optimal rest time in between days, like how many days should you rest, when should your rest day be. It was so simple. And because I took away all the friction that there was in actually starting to go to the gym and getting those first few days, first few weeks, months of working out, that's how I was able to build a consistent habit. Right now, you're probably overthinking it way too much. And overthinking is really killing your gains. It's killing your progress, and all the time that you spend thinking about creating the perfect workout routine, the perfect split, it's time that you could have spent in the gym making real progress, gaining real experience. That's 10 times, 100 times more valuable than any YouTube video that you could have watched on the topic. The truth is, and you probably didn't want to hear this, you don't need the perfect workout plan. You don't need to hire a coach. You don't need to watch 10 YouTube videos on how to perform bench press in the perfect and most optimal way. You don't need any of that. You just need to get started. You need to go to your nearest gym, buy the membership, and start lifting weights. That's it. Right now, you have this mental barrier that's keeping you from going to the gym and making progress because you think that you're not good enough and that you're not ready, and you make a bunch of excuses, but the truth is you're never going to be ready. And watching another YouTube video is not going to make you feel more ready. Just think about it. Imagine the version of you who, instead of watching another top 7 best workout routine, top 3 most optimal chest exercise, or whatever, right? Imagine the version of you who, instead of spending 1 hour watching those videos and making notes and, feeling super motivated and disciplined, I'm making notes, right? I'm making progress. I'm making my gym routine. Instead of being that guy, what if instead you were the guy who, as soon as he got the idea, as soon as he knew he wanted to lose weight, as soon as he knew he wanted to make progress in the gym, he went and bought a membership and started lifting weights and started talking to people there, started asking questions. Imagine if you were that guy. Who out of the two would have made the most progress? The guy who didn't overthink and didn't overcomplicate it and just went to the gym, right? Right now, you're probably nodding your head. You're thinking, yeah, obviously, the one who actually took action is the one who's going to get the result. So why are you still being this overthinking little bitch. You know that you are going to make the most amount of progress by lifting the weight, by taking action. So why are you not doing it? Why do you fool yourself? Do you make excuses about not being perfect, about not being ready, when you know that the truth is the only way you're going to make real progress is by taking the action, buying the membership, lifting the weights, doing the cardio. And I get it. You want to make progress as fast as possible. If you're fat and you want to lose weight, build muscle, you want to do that as fast as possible because you're sick and tired of being who you are right now and you want to become the new version of you, the confident, muscular, not fat version of you as soon as possible. If you're skinny, you want to not be skinny anymore. You want to build muscle as soon as possible in order to not be skinny anymore. You don't want to be your skinny self, right? And so you're researching the perfect optimal way to achieve your goal as fast as possible. But what you're not realizing is that when you do that, when you try to optimize every single detail and you try to create this perfect reality and plan for you to just follow along, you're actually wasting way more time. You already know deep down that if you were to take action right now, today, right after this video, you'd start being on your way to the new version of yourself, to achieving whatever goal you want to achieve. And the truth is, it's cool that you want to optimize and you want the perfect schedule and you want the perfect everything, right? But if you're a beginner in the gym, and when I say beginner, I'm talking 2 years and less of experience. Like, I barely got out of the beginner section. Like, I'm out my 3rd year or 4th year of the gym, right? I barely got out. But if you're under 2 years of experience in the gym, you can literally go in the gym and do anything. You could pick up a dumbbell and start dancing with it, and you're going to build muscle. You don't need the perfect form. You don't need the perfect technique. Obviously, don't go and injure yourself. If you're like me, you're probably an overthinker and a perfectionist. You always focus on the details and you try to make everything perfect. But the truth is, when it comes to starting out in the gym, it's doing more harm than good. They don't matter at such an early stage. When you're a beginner in the gym, you make progress by doing literally anything. You could take a dumbbell and start doing bench press in the most disgusting way possible. You could take a machine and not even use it right, and you're going to make progress. So you don't need to train like an influencer. I'm sure you see those videos and you see those guys who are on steroids who have 10 plus years of lifting experience talking about the most optimal way to do bicep curl. And you look at Jeff Nippard and like his science-based lifting and everything. But you don't need that. Do you have 3 months of experience of consistently going to the gym under your belt? Do you? If you answered no, then stop worrying about perfect and stop trying to optimize everything. Right now, you need to build the habit. You need to start building that consistency. And when you add friction by trying to optimize everything, you're making it 10 times harder for you to actually go to the gym. Stop overthinking. And the beautiful thing is, you're going to learn along the way. When you start going to the gym, when you start building consistency, you start watching other people in the gym, even if you're shy and you don't want to ask for advice, just you look at other people, how they do the exercise, and you just learn. Just by being there, you absorb the energy and the knowledge that's already there, and you implement it in your own workout. There is this concept of learning information called learning information just in time and not just in case. When you try to plan and organize the perfect schedule for your gym sessions and everything, you're learning information just in case. Because the truth is, you haven't actually experienced any of that. But when you learn information just in time, that means exactly when you need it. You can probably relate to this if you're a student. You learn the information just in time for the exam, and then you do the exam, and then you don't need the information anymore, so you forget it. It's the same thing with the gym. Let's say you start doing an exercise and I don't know, you feel that your muscle is not being activated that much, or it feels a bit weird. Now you have experience. And so when you're going to search on YouTube or Google the information about why you feel weird when you do that exercise, and you're going to learn the information just in time, you're going to be 10 times more likely to remember and implement the advice that you just learned online, instead of learning all the knowledge that you need to take action. And you probably know this already. Deep down, you know that you're going to learn the most by taking action, by getting experience. You know this deep down. You already have this feeling. But for some reason, you make excuses and you try to convince yourself that you need to be ready for everything and to learn all the exercises, all the workout split, the optimal, everything. The truth is, you don't need that. And you're going to learn what you need as you grow. As you grow naturally, you're going to start absorbing more information. You're going to get more interested because you actually have experience in that topic. And so you want to learn. And when you actually go and search that information, you're going to remember it and implement it, which is going to reinforce that knowledge. And that's how you start making an insane amount of progress. You start small. You try to get rid of all the friction. Only want to start building the habit. That's your only goal. Your goal is to start building that consistency. And then after a couple of months, you're going to naturally learn just by going to the gym, talking to people, looking at other people's workout, getting interested in the gym because now it's something that's actually part of your life, and so you naturally want to learn more about it. And you're going to learn eventually that push-pull legs is more optimal than upper body if you want to achieve X goals, or that you should do 6 to 8 reps if you want to build more strength and muscle, but you should do 12 to 15 if you want to build more endurance. All those things you're going to learn along the way, but they don't matter right now. Right now, what matters is action. Once you've started to take action, you're going to learn and it's going to come to you naturally, I promise you. And so please, 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 if you've been thinking about going to the gym for the past week, months, and it's been in your mind, you know you want to change, you know you want to start taking action, you know going to the gym is a good habit, it's going to keep you healthy, going to make you more confident, you already know that you should go to the gym. You don't need to be convinced. You already know the insane amount of benefits that are associated with working out. What you need right now is not the perfect workout, is not the optimal rest time, is not the perfect workout split. It's not even the perfect diet plan. If you want to lose weight, how I did it was just tell myself, don't eat in between meals. That's it. I didn't even worry about tracking my calories and eating more protein or anything like that. All I told myself was stop snacking in between meals. That's it. That's what you need. You need simplicity. You need to make it so easy that even a total beginner could jump on the train and follow along easily. And so right now, here's your action step. If you haven't done that already, go to your nearest gym right now. Get the monthly membership. Don't even ask to be shown around. Could you show me around the shower area? Because in case you shower at home. What do you mean shower area? You shower at home. Who are you bullshitting? Stop it. Get the membership. Don't ask to be shown around the machines or everything. Just get the membership. Pull out your credit card, your debit card, whatever. Pull out the cash. Get the money out. Pay the person at the counter. Get the membership and go hit a 1-hour workout right now. Go on the machine. Look at the image of the guy who's doing the workout and follow him. Try to copy him as best as you can and do that for 1 hour. If you've already been going to the gym and you've gone on and off because you keep wondering, you keep switching your workout routine, you keep switching your exercises and you're not sure, and maybe you should do this, maybe you should do that. Here's your action step. Choose 3 days or 4 days. I'm not even going to give you an or because you're going to start to overthink. Choose 3 days of the week. You're going to work out on those 3 days and you're going to do full body, right? Don't even think about split. You're going to do full body. You're going to go to the machines and you're going to do whatever machine you want, right? Try to target all the body, do whatever machine, and do that 1 hour for 3 days a week, and you're going to make 100 times more progress than you right now who's constantly switching everything up. So that's your action step. Before you go and do that, if you've enjoyed this video, leave it a like, subscribe if you want to support me. I'd really appreciate it. Now go to the gym.